What up guys, Ryan here from Mudgunner. Today I wanted to show you guys some pretty cool Colt rifles I have. So I got into cloning rifles a few years ago and I've just slowly been adding. They're not all Colts, but I'm trying to build up a nice collection of Colt ARs and I want to build as many of the clones as I can. Lots of time and money, but we're just kind of getting started. So the first one I wanted to show you is this one. It's more of a basic one, but this is actually a very cool and special rifle. This is a Colt law enforcement carbine. So it's got the LE government roll mark on the side. And what's cool with this one is I have the original box and I have the paperwork, but this is the last 100 produced. So the last 100 Colt law enforcement carbines produced with that stamp. It was made in 2011 and they only did 100 of them. So I have the paperwork, I have the box, and I think it's a pretty cool gun. I'm gonna leave this one just as it is and kind of keep it as that iconic looking Colt. But yeah, pretty cool. I haven't shot it yet. I do plan on shooting it at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But even though it's like a 1 to 100, I don't mind shooting my one-off guns because I want to shoot them to show you guys and because I think they're cool, and I think that's how you get enjoyment out of guns is shooting. But I do have a lot of others I can shoot, so that's why I just haven't done that one yet. This one's pretty cool. So this is a Colt M4 carbine. This one was made in 2013, and what's cool is when you look it up on Colt's website, like their serial number locator, it actually says it came with a factory Knights armament rail. So I had to source the Knights armament rail for this one. It was taken off. So I got a Knights armament rail on there. I got an Aimpoint Comp M2 and then the Aimpoint magnifier. Now this magnifier is not a flip to side magnifier. It's twist off only. So I have to twist it to take it off. It does not flip to the side, which sucks. I did get a Knights armament rear sight for it, and I just think it looks really cool. Now the light, it's not a clone correct light, but I don't mind because these Streamlight Protacs, they're very useful lights. They're way brighter than the old school lights and they're way more affordable. So I don't mind having a non-clone correct light because again, it's just a clone. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. I still want it to be shootable and functional. And this light is 10 times better than most of the old lights and more affordable. But as I get parts over time, I might replace this, who knows? So for me, nothing is like tied to just, it has to be this way. But yeah, this is a Colt M4 carbine, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out so far. I don't have slings on these because I honestly don't like most of the basic slings, but at some point I'll probably get some just to kind of finish them all off. This is going to be the most special clone that I have, and this one's not 100% correct either. So my uncle, he served in the U.S. Army. He was a staff sergeant. He served from 04 to 09. He did tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. And this is actually a clone of what he used. So it's an M4 carbine. Well, this one's an AR-15A3, but it does have the law enforcement government use stamp on there. But it's a clone of the M4 that he used overseas. The barrel's not going to be correct. He should have had a 14.5-inch government profile barrel. This is a H-bar, and it's a 16-inch barrel. So this is not correct, and I need to get the can for it. Yeah, he ran a can on his. I'll show you guys a picture right now. So he had a can on his, and what's cool is he's running a Leopold Mark IV CQT. So this is an old school LPVO. It's a 1:3x14, and it's battery powered, so you have an etch reticle. It's kind of like just a donut reticle with a dot right in the middle, and it's a very usable optic. And I'm pretty happy that I was just able to clone his. Now this one, I actually have an original Surefire light on here. And what's cool is it has an LED head. So right now it has this IR cover on there, so you can only see the light under IR. But if I flip this to the side, and I have to be gentle because these are notorious for breaking, it's actually a white light. So it's had the white light head upgrade, which again makes it more usable. And another kind of just placeholder right now is this fake PEC. It's not even a PEC looking thing. It's just a cheap Chinese laser that doesn't have batteries in it right now. It's just a placeholder. So he had an actual PEC 15 on there. And I don't know if I want to run a real one because this is not a gun I'll use for night vision, but I just think, you know, it kind of completes the vibe. He also had cables between the lights and the laser on there. I don't think I'm going to run any cables even if I do get a PEC on it. I did put the vertical grip roughly where he had his in the picture. I tried to make it almost exact how he had it in the picture. And yeah, I just think it's super cool that I can clone something that was, you know, one of my family members. And my uncle's still alive. Like, he's still kicking. He does ultra marathons, and he's the one that kind of got me into doing ultra marathons. But yeah, just cloning his rifle is something that was special to me. And I would much rather, you know, clone his rifle than just some basic rifle. But one cool thing about the military in general is everyone customized the guns to themselves. Like, it doesn't have to be exact. Like, this is not a common optic that you see on clone rifles. And I look at clonrifles.com for, you know, building clones and stuff, and I don't see any pictures of the Leopold Mark IV CQT on there. So I think it was kind of cool that he had that. He had a suppressor on his. I'll show you guys a picture. He has a 20-inch AR that I need to clone, and I believe that was a Colt FN. What's funny is not all military guys know exactly what brands they use, and this is like for my uncle, this is for other people that were in. A lot of them didn't become gun people till after. But yeah, I need to clone his 20-inch gun. He had a Knights rail on that. He had grenade launchers on some, but yeah, this is one that I'm very happy to have because it's just a clone of what he used, and it runs very well. This optic is still a really usable optic. But yeah, these are my current Colt clones. I am working on a couple other clone projects, but this is just what I have that's Colt branded. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for my next videos.